Duck, you're not wrong, but you can still get better, so let's get to it. This is the Horns Association. Please leave a like, comment, keep this channel going. Let's tell your friends, right? Tell your family. Get everybody in here, even if they don't play League. Just, who cares, right? This is good content. All right, let's get into it. So today we're going to be talking mainly about positioning in lane, especially against high poke lanes. Obviously, this lane's not too high poke. It's a Gragas support with the Tristana. It's mainly an all-in, but he does have some poke in his kit with his Q. So I'm going to give you guys one little tip and trick to be able to evacuate that unnecessary damage, what we like to call it on this channel. So let's get to it. So first of all, I want to focus on this particular positioning that I have right now, right? I'm over here on the left side of my lane if you're looking at the screen, and Gragas is down here on the right. Obviously, we know he's down there. We have a ward. The best tip I can give anyone going against anybody with a hook like Thresh, Nautilus, Blitzcrank, anything with poke like Karma, Zerath, is being on the opposite side of the lane. So I should be able to draw a straight line from one side of the lane to the other, right here, following my mouse, from the support champ. This makes it harder for them to engage on me, harder for them to hit their abilities onto me, and it makes it easier for me to keep my health bar above half, right? So I'm just going to play a small little clip and give you an idea of my movement in this lane and how I evacuate and stay away from getting poked down. I'm keeping this straight line at all times, right? In this lane, we're kind of at a disadvantage early, right? So it's right there was a perfect example of why you want to keep a straight diagonal lane from the support. Right here, he tries to hit a Q and ends up missing because I'm just out of his range, right? It's a little easier for me playing Ez to be able to do this, but I'm exaggerating this a little bit here just because don't have vision on the jungle. Tristana's an all-in champ, and she's just stronger than me early. She's a lot more all-in potential. So I know this matchup pretty well. Right? So he switches over to this side of the lane. So what do? I go from here to here. I also switch over to the other side of the lane. And I keep that diagonal line the whole time. I just keep it, right? I can draw a straight line from one side of the lane to the other side of the lane. Alright? Keeping my distance, getting some poke. I'm keeping my distance because every time he uses his ability and he misses, right? It makes their all-in a lot harder. Because the whole idea of what he's going to do is he's going to try to pop me a little bit or pop Senna a little bit. And then he's going to try to flash and slam us with his big fat belly, right? He's been drinking beer on the weekends, and this is what happens. So, right, they're all in. Didn't work. My support had to flash. But obviously, look at the health difference between me and Tristana. Look at the mana difference between me and Gragas. I have complete control over this lane currently, and I'm going to be able to freeze this lane coming down. And this all has to do with previous positioning at level 2. Right here. I mean, being able to do this, it seems very simple, but a lot of low elo players, and even myself included at times, will forget this very easy tip and trick to negate some of the poke damage from these AP champs in lane or even hooks, right? A lot of players, myself included, have trouble against Blitzcranks or Threshes or Nautiluses. Their hitboxes can look quite insane, but it's harder for them to hit those hooks and get those crazy hitboxes from this angle. It's just harder. It makes their job harder and your job easier, which is staying alive, right? And then obviously they're all in. It's more important when you're going against an all-in lane, right? To be positioned like this because it makes it harder for them to just all-in you, right? They're going to have to make a flash play or something. And if jungle comes in, I'm in a good position here to be able to get out or do some damage on the jungle when he comes in. So let's move this along a little bit. So now after that all in, right? She still hasn't backed. I still haven't backed. You know, I miss all. But right here is a great example of why my positioning is really giving me an opportunity to make a play if I wanted to, right? If I wanted to get a little aggressive and I knew where their jungle was, which I don't, right? I could make a play here, and I really just wanted to take this time in this video to say just this little tip that positioning is very important, and keeping that diagonal line, right, between the support and you is super important. And the moment he goes from one side, you go to the other, right? And vice versa, and you just keep crisscrossing, 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 all lane. You make it hard for him to do anything. And it's more important in the early lane phase, the first 6 waves, pre-level 6. That's the time, excuse me, that's the time when this is very important, when this is most important. Obviously, when you get some items and you're not afraid to fight, it's not that big of a deal if you want to, you know, go at the guy, be on the same side of the lane. But either way, this is very important early in the game, especially if you're playing somebody like Ez, who's not really an all-in champ, doesn't really have the damage. Obviously, I start Doran's Blade. For anybody that's trying to play a different ADC champ, I play all of them. Mainly right now I'm playing Ezreal. He just got a buff in 11.3 yesterday. Obviously, I play Misfortune. I play Ashe. And I play a little Lucian. Those are my main 4. A lot of the time when I'm picking blind, I just pick Ezreal because he scales well, and yeah, I can get some poke damage. So if they're a poke comp or all in, I'm okay, right? I can play safe and scale through mid game. I also have my own peel in my kit. So yeah, I just wanted to focus on positioning, lane positioning today in this video. If you guys didn't already know that, hopefully now you know that, right? After watching this video and you've made it this far. So please leave a like, comment, criticism, do it. I'll reply. I love it all. I want some interaction from the viewers. I want to get some new viewers, so please share. If you like this, please share it to your friends, or anybody for that matter. I stream on Twitch every day, 5 Central, 6 Eastern. We've been taking a little break from streaming, so if you've got on my Twitch and you're like, man, where's Horns? We've had some internet problems here that we're trying to get fixed, bandwidth problems. So I can't really stream and play a video game right now. So it's been a little rough. So that's kind of why I'm doing VOD reviews and easy tips and tricks to help you guys climb your way out of your elo or just become better, more consistent ADCs. It's all about consistency. All about consistency. This will allow you to play harder matchups freer, right? In a more loose standard. Just keeping that diagonal line. So go check out my Twitch. Go follow. Check out my Twitter and my Instagram. And then obviously subscribe to this channel. Help me out. Bunches. Go watch my other videos. All of my accounts and all my social media platforms are at You Get the Horns Flock. So go check that out. I appreciate everybody that was watching this video. And this is the Horns Association, baby.